Hey there, and welcome back to another episode of AfterLife SMP. So, my whole idea is I'm going to take some tools with me just because the tools are going to be helpful, and we are going to set off on a journey far, far, far away from anybody else, and we are going to start a new life. And once I get a little bit of a settlement set up, we are going to just go back to civilization. So, we're going to set off in a random direction and go and find a new place to live. After I sleep first. After I sleep. I need my safety. So, we will see you guys back or I will see you guys back in a second. All right. Long and far, long and hard. We've been going for a while now, and I think I found my spot. So I think I like this little area. We're gonna have to do a little bit of work to it to get it to a really good standpoint, but I do like this area. So what I think we're gonna start by doing for this area is I think right around here. I'm gonna turn down my sounds a little bit though. Just right around here, we're going to sort of curve away this hill, and we're going to sort of open it up a little bit in this little main area, and we're going to cover the cave back here back up with some dirt, and we're going to make it look all nice and natural. It's just going to be a normal hill when we're done with it, and I think it is going to look pretty cool. I just wanted a nice little surrounding area to surround our tent, which we will be staying in for a while. So I think maybe this is good. Maybe if we bring this over more, this feels like it's too out there, too out there, too flat. So if we just go like that a little bit, that's much better. I like this area a lot more, and then we can curve it back in over here once we get rid of all of the trees. But for right now, let's walk ourselves back over here, and let's see about just making this look a little bit more natural and a little bit more like a cave. So we're going to go like this, and then we're going to bring this one across until there, but we're going to go like that and then there. We're going to sort of cap this off a little bit, and we're going to bring this up down there, and right across here we'll fill this in just a tiny bit like that. And how's that for a hill? We're gonna sort of go like this and bring this back a little bit since I don't like how that looked so flat there. That's starting to look like a hill. That's starting to look more like a hill. We just need to do little details like parts of it that are back a little bit. We'll add a little bit of stone there. I was just about to replace grass with grass. How silly. Maybe a little bit of stone in places, stuff like that. I think that would work out a lot better. So how's this looking for a hill now? A lot better. Okay, good. And then we're going to set up our tent. So I think I don't really want it in the hill. I don't really want it in the hill. Tents don't go into the hill. So we're going to go like this. We're going to set up like a little bit of a base here of the tent. We're going to have little things here that are sort of like the studs, the bottoms of the tent, like sandbag sort of things, and we're going to bring it across just like this. Also, I was thinking of talking about the new colors of the wool and stuff, but at this point, I think everything that I could say has been said, so I don't really want to talk about them more because I feel like it might be a little bit pointless after a certain point. It's just like repeating myself, and I don't want to repeat myself often. And we'll bring this up like that, just a bit taller. We'll bring the wool like this across. Then right up here at the top, we'll bring these up one more because I like the idea that these stuck out a little bit more. And how's that looking for a tent? Maybe if we get rid of these. Maybe those look a little bit weird. Right here in the front. So how's that for a that looks like a really, really derpy tent. Oh my. Oh my, we have a derpy tent. Okay, hold on. We can probably do a little bit better than that. Ooh, jeez. Derpy tent. Alright, so let me do a little bit of fixing and see you guys back in a second. Cool, I just finished as the sun is going down so we can place the bed in and sleep. So here's the grand reveal of my tent. Boom. Look at this beautiful tent. It's it's not the best tent. It's not the best tent. It's not going to win any tent awards. It's even making me glitch out in bed, but it's a tent. It does some things. It do some stuff, and it's going to provide us some sort of shelter and protection in the Kolsch hard environment. We need a fire though. So it looks like I need a little bit of flint and steel, maybe something to burn. So looks like I'm going to have to go and cave dive in our little cave behind here. But I thought we would take our dark oak and just sort of pry into the cave a little bit here and set up, of course, a tiny bit of a mine entrance because, everybody needs a mine entrance. It's inevitable. Everybody's going to have a mine entrance. You can't stop it. So let's go like this. Nope, not like that. Like this. And the same over on this side. We'll fix this one. And boom, look at that. Mine entrance ready to go and complete. So I'm going to have to go do a little bit of mining, and I will see you guys back in another second. Having quite the issue with mobs here. I'm struggling kind of hard. This skeleton just pretty much quickscoped that bat. That was pretty cool. Now the server seems to be lagging, and I'm dying a whole bunch. Whole bunch. Hold on here. Hold the horses. Hold the horses. Lag death is not acceptable. Lag death is not acceptable in the wilderness. We're going to have to calm down your extreme violence here for just a moment, and we'll talk about your problems with me. So what are your problems with me? Okay, you don't want to talk? Okay, you're still aiming it at me. Yeah, this is the part of the extreme violence I was talking about. Um, yeah, you're pretty violent, man. So you're gonna have to just back off. Thank you. And did you bring any friends? I feel like such an extremely violent person like yourself might have brought friends. Ah, yes, yes. You brought a friend, and now I have a bow to shoot all your friends. So it's okay. That's all I wanted you to die for. Thank you, Mr. Skeleton, and we'll be on our way. So with any camping trip, not only are we going to have to make ourselves an oven so we can, heat up some food when we need it if we get it, we also need to set up a little bit of farming. So I brought my big gallon jug of water with me, and we're going to set up a nice little farm just over here so we can tend to ourselves, and a lovely zombie dropped a potato for us. And so now we are going to make ourselves a little bit of a flint and steel, but first we need to put the iron into our furnace. Smelt it up a little bit. Obvious facts, but on a camping trip, you never know what's gonna happen. We're gonna have to get a flint and steel, and of course, because it's almost nighttime, actually. It is almost nighttime. We're going to have to make ourselves some nice seats to sit on, and we're gonna have to set it just over here. Let's do it just over here. So here's some good tips to getting your flint and steel working. So you got to get a good strike. Sometimes you just and then you don't get a good strike. Sometimes it just doesn't light. Then you strike it, a couple times. You got to get a good strike, and when you do, bam, you get your awesome new campfire. So then you set up a couple seats around it just in case you ever have some friends over. And then you set up a couple seats for you to sit on, whatever way. If you want to sit away from the wind, it's always good to have a couple different seats set up so you can sit away from wherever the smoke is blowing. And then you have yourselves a nice little campfire to sit around, tell some stories, watch the sun set, and have a nice night. And then I thought to myself, we should try and make this place look just a little bit presentable. If anyone ever happens to stumble across this, we want to make it look really nice and presentable to them. We don't really want to make it look all weird, and yeah, we want it to make it look really nice for these people. If someone ever just happens to wander up upon it, we're going to have a nice little stone pathway that we set up for ourselves because we've been living here for quite a while now, and I feel like we would have had time to set up a little bit of a stone pathway leading into our camp, right? That seems like a decent amount of time to get some stones and lay them down on the ground. Hopefully that seems like a pretty simple task to do. Could have had it done the first day. And then we're gonna mix in just a tiny little bit of cobblestone here and there, just some tiny little bits since I don't have that much actually by accident. Fill that area in a little bit. We'll even connect them a little bit since that feels a little bit too weird. Now we have a nice path. And do the path blocks look weird with the stone? Let's hold on. Let's see. Let's just try. And if it does, then I'm going to be sad because I have to replace all of this. That doesn't look too bad. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. It just needs to be evened out a little bit. It looks a little weird. Go like this, and then even this part out a little bit. Add that as a 2. That looks a lot better. Even if it's a little bit bigger. That looks a lot better. And then we're going to have to come over to the walls, and of course we're going to just throw in a little bit of stone here and there just to make it look a little bit more natural, like some stone has shown through. We're going to go like this and fill this all stuff in. We're going to bring it out just a little bit there so they can see it. Back that up, and boom, yeah, we got a pretty nice wall look in there, right? And then we're going to come right over here, and just right here, just right there, we're going to sneak in a little sneaky diorite, just because it adds a little bit of pop of color. And then way back here, we're going to do the same to this little part right here. We're going to add a little bit of stone and just make it look like it's popping out just a little bit. Just a little bit of stone that's worn away, rubbed away, and you see it through. It's okay. It's okay. And then we'll place one there, actually. And we'll even throw in 2 diorites there and then fill it in with dirt. And then we'll bring this over a little bit. We'll remove this because that looks weird. We'll remove that because that looks weird. And then that looks pretty nice. Up here needs to be filled in just a tiny bit more. That looks a little weird. Maybe even there. Then we'll get rid of that one. Looks pretty good, but it still needs something just like right above it. So like right here. Just as like a little illusion part. Just a little illusion. It just needs something there. So we'll fill it in a little bit, make it look a little bit natural. And then how's that look? Much better. I think it did just need that little bit of a push upwards. We'll even throw in a couple andesite here and there on this hill just to rub it in a little bit more that it is an old hill. It is a little old. Stuff's getting to it. And we'll even fill in the dirt just above our little mining post. Not there, but maybe here. We'll bring it like that. Actually, and then we go like this. And we can go like that. Bring that out a little bit. Bring this back. And then we have a little bit of a bigger hill. A little bit more intimidation as you walk in. Although it needs a little bit of white. Just like maybe right here. Just slide a little bit of white in there. Yeah, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. And we got our nice little pathway here. That I'm going to slim down just a little bit, since now that I walked on it and passed it a couple times, looked a little weird, so we're going to slim it down just by 1, and then I'm going to bring you guys back in a second. I was a little bit caught off guard by the night, but it seems like we're fine now. We're back at the base. Maybe we can get a little bit of shut-eye. That would certainly be nice, if the skeleton wants to leave us alone first. I don't want to be left alone, apparently. No one wants to leave me alone. Of course. The first time I wanted to go camping, Oh, God! That leg and stuff, that hurt. That actually hurt. Ooh. Boop. Ugh. Come on, stupid. Okay, baby zombie done. Big zombie, done. Sleep, sleep, sleep. Oh God, something's walking up on me. Or was that just me falling off the bed? I think that was just the noise of me falling off the bed. Oh. Jeez, that spooked me. Oh, we're alive though. And our area didn't get blown up by Creeper. That was a pretty successful night. Ow! Not successful if you keep shooting at me. But I think we did something fairly nice, fairly decent looking, very quickly in this little camping trip episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this tiny little one-off episode. The server's restarting, so I'm trying to wrap it up real quick. But hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It was something different for me to do. I just felt like doing something a little bit different. One of these little one-off funny episodes might do me a little good to regenerate or re-energize myself in the server, since I didn't upload for about a month. So thanks so much for watching this episode of Afterlife. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Remember, stay fancy, and peace out. Bye-bye.